Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about manifesting and the difference between manifesting with your intent and through the choices that you make.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Okay. When you make a choice, whether it's in your script or not, you are manifesting the results of that choice. You are using your intent to choose and make a choice to choose a path or an experience, and you are manifesting that experience through that choice. Now, your choices are your creations. Your choices are your creations. They are your manifestations. If you choose that path versus that path, they are different paths. They may come back together eventually down the way, but initially they are totally different choices, and they will have different implications and different creations within your experience. In other words, if you choose to take a job as go to school for engineering and become an engineer versus becoming a hairdresser or an artist or a photographer, those are two totally different paths, and much of your life will be affected by those choices. There's really, once you have made that choice and you go down that path, you can't really undo it. You can change the path that you're on, but you can never go backwards. Now, something else to keep in mind here is that this is all an illusion. It's a dream. You are dreaming this reality, this game. And are dreams real? When you go to bed and you go to sleep at night, are they real? Do you consider those dreams to be real? Now, what's interesting is some of those things that you dream can actually manifest and become real to you in this part of the dream, this illusionary dream. But this is a simulated reality, dream state that we are experiencing. And that is why it is easier to manipulate if you follow the rules of the game. And if you don't know what those rules are, then you need to go back and watch the other videos that I put out. Simple rules. They're choices that you have to make. So your choices do manifest things in your life. Now, the difference between choices and intentional manifestations is an intentional manifestation is where you're not making a choice of this or that, but you're creating it. You're creating it through your thoughts and your mind. You are creating that experience in your mind as if it was happening to you right now. And you're always going to make it something good, although your fear and worry could manifest also. That's a lower frequency state of being, and you can manifest those things also. But when people say manifest, they usually think, well, they want to manifest the good things, the things that will make them happy, prosperous, and enjoy life. But it's equally possible to manifest the opposite. Keep a rein. Keep a tight rein on your thoughts. As soon as thoughts start plaguing you that are not beneficial and you start creating the kinds of things that you don't want to experience, well, you need to flip them out of your mind. You need to get rid of them. You need to stop them in their tracks. Don't allow them to take root and start manifesting in your life. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. Now, along with choices are always, you make a step forward. You can't just stand there and not make some kind of movement. I mean, a choice is an action, is a movement towards that direction. You can't simply, there has to be energy behind it. Manifesting your intent and creating an experience in your now moment is using energy from your synergy cell. And you are intentionally creating the outcome or the experience that you want to experience. And you need to emotionally empower it. Emotionally empower it. It's about the only time that emotions really, really come in handy is when you're trying to manifest something through your intent. I could go deeper into all of this, but if you have a good source self-connection, you should have the understanding right now of what I'm talking about here and what the difference is and how it all plays out in your experience in this game. You either get it or you don't. And your frequency level will determine whether you grasp what I'm saying here or not. Most source players do not realize the power of the choices that they make. They take their choices as being very insignificant. Whether they stick that bite of meat in their mouth, or they eat that sugar-laden dish, or they take a smoke or a drink, they consider those as being, not much to those choices. However, they really affect your frequency level and your experience in this game. You see, you are manifesting all of the time by the choices that you make, whether you realize it or not. And isn't that why we make choices? Because we want to experience that thing. We want to taste what that tastes like, or we want to experience the results of our choices, or what we think will be the results of our choices. Otherwise, there'd be no reason in making it. Take some time to really think about what I have shared here and to really examine the choices that you are making in this now day as to whether they will benefit you in the long run or not. What are the consequences of those choices? Now, if you are of a high enough frequency and you make a choice, it is possible for you to override, it is possible through your intent to override the normal outcome of a choice. In other words, if you were to make a certain choice, then almost always the normal outcome would be this. But if you are of a high enough frequency and have a powerful enough intent, you can cause the normal result of that choice to disappear or be different, change from what the normal result would be. This matrix, once you realize, is very fluid and flexible. And you can change things that you would not normally think that you could change. It's the programming. You've been programmed to think that all of this is real and that you can't have a powerful effect on the illusion around you. And that's simply programming, previous programming. Your mind is a magnet. It draws to you exactly what you power up. It's a powerful magnet. It's got your energies, your source energies, powering it up. Your mind can pick up junk and power it, or create the future that you really want, create the now that you really want to experience. And that is totally up to you by the choices that you make. Now, if you're thinking that this is impossible, well, then it is impossible for you because you're choosing the programming. That's for you to decide how you want to experience your life. Now, If you find the information that I share in these videos benefit you, only if it benefits you, then it benefits you to say thank you for the information that I have shared via a gift, via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. It is your way of saying thanks and returning some of the energy that I put into these messages. And it is a flow through you that unlocks higher frequency unlocks that you can unlock no other way. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.